Hello and greetings to everyone watching our video. Our campaign is all about the challenges that our Mother Earth is currently facing and the solutions to those problems. Now sit back and let our group enlighten you with the knowledge that you may be known or unknown to all of you. Without further ado, let's begin. The Earth is the third planet in the solar system, and it's currently the only planet that can sustain life and has a stable ecosystem. The Earth has been around for at least 4.5 billion years, and over those billions of years, the Earth has gone a multitude of changes, whether it's the organisms living inside of the Earth, the climate system, or the environment and ecosystem of the Earth. Some changes were caused by intense heating or cooling, natural disasters, or through the passage of time. And compared to how Earth looked like billions of years ago, you can definitely see what changes have happened over the years. Over the centuries, the Earth has witnessed several disasters, and its cause can vary, may it be man-made or because of natural reasons. And as the years go by, the Earth's problems are now our problems, and they keep getting worse, and it has led to consequences that has affected millions, if not billions of people around the globe. And if we don't try to do something to combat or fix the problem, then our situations will only keep on getting worse, and it will reach to a certain point that we will never get the chance to fix it anymore. Here are the problems our Earth is currently facing right now.
Here's a list of the most important issues today that the world is facing. Number 1 is climate change. Climate change is a defining issue of our time, and we are at a defining moment. From shifting weather patterns to threatened food productions, to rising sea levels that reduce the risk of catastrophic flooding. The impacts of climate change are global in scope and unprecedented in scale. The global temperature is rising from time to time. Oceans have warmed, the amount of snow and ice have diminished, and the sea levels have risen. We are going to have more heatwave patterns, and finally, we are going to have no ice in Antarctic. Number 2 is pollution. We were raised to reuse, reduce, recycle, but pollution remains a threat. And we're not just talking about the litter. Chemicals enter the earth, air, and water from garbage and landfills. Electronic waste is an intensifying issue. Discarded gadget leads mercury or toxins. Meanwhile, excessive artificial light causes light pollution, and mismanaged disposal radioactive waste by nuclear power plants or medical research facility causes massive environmental problems as well. Number 3 is pandemic. There are already infectious diseases that spread through the global community. These illnesses are nothing compared to pandemic that could wipe out humanity altogether. Inventing a vaccination doesn't mean that our safety is guaranteed. Ocean system collapse. Forces like overfishing, pollution, ocean acidification, and a recent sea temperature and oil spills damage the world's ocean. But if the world's ocean were to collapse, more than the fishing and tourism industries would be devastated. Coral reefs, marine life, and several endangered species could face catastrophe in that scenario. Plus, since the oceans help balance the planet's oxygen and carbon dioxide, they are vital to the Earth's survival. Next is poverty and hunger. Poverty affects children most, and extreme hunger only perpetuates the cycle of the poverty, with food costs increasing thanks to weather changing that makes certain regions unfavorable for agriculture. Malnutrition is one effect of these difficulties. Energy crisis. Since the Industrial Revolution, humans have consumed fossil fuels rapidly, and some experts suggest peak oil is right around the corner. The world has already lived through several energy crises, but what is coming could be worse. Extreme weather. Whether or not you believe it's a man-made weather caused by excessive emission and greenhouse gases, whether you call it climate change or global warming, It's hard to deny the existence of the extreme and unpredictable weather patterns plaguing our planet. Rise in temperature, droughts, etc. are just the tip of the melting iceberg. Last is overpopulation. Many of the devastating dangers our planet faces can be traced to this one problem. Back then, we only have 2.5 billion population. Today, we have over 7 billion. With the number of births and our lifespans increasing, some doubt that the Earth can sustain many people as we're producing. And issues like pollution, diminishing resources, species extinction, and climate change might be the result, not to mention homelessness, pandemics, and deforestation.
Sources that we obtain from our dear planet Earth determine the human quality of existence. Earth is where humans receive enough food and other necessities to live. We use natural resources including air, sunlight, soil, water, and forest, as well as other resources like oil, coal, natural gas, metals, stone, sand, and many more. There could be many distinctions. If we continue to deplete our natural resources, we risk destroying them. Continuing activities such as cutting down trees, mining, dumping waste everywhere we wanted, unimaginable air and water pollution, and burning fossil fuel and toxic gases may lead to destruction of our planet Earth. We may face food shortage, ocean devoid of seafood, and air pollution as a result of these actions. Humans are the main reason causing life on Earth to vanish. We lose large portions of natural resources of the world. The life on which we all depend is declining rapidly because of our actions. But there are a lot of ways on how to save the Earth.
The United Nations suggests that climate change is not just the defining issue of our time, but we are also at a defining moment in history. Weather patterns are changing and will threaten food production, and sea level are rising and could cause catastrophic flooding across the globe. Countries must make drastic action to avoid future with irreversible damage to major ecosystem and planetary climate. But what about individuals? What can we do to pitch in and help save the Earth? There are plenty of things you can do every day to help reduce greenhouse gases and your carbon footprint to make a less harmful impact on the environment. Taking care of the Earth is not just a responsibility, so there are 5 ways to help the planet. First is conserve water. The little things can make a big difference. Every time you turn off the water while you are brushing your teeth, you're doing something good. Got a leaky faucet? You might be dripping as much as 90 gallons or 340 liters of water down the drain every day. So you should fix it. It's easy and cheap. And stop drinking bottled water. Switch to filtered tap water. You'll be save a ton of cash and help reduce a ton of plastic waste in the process. The second is walk, bike, or take public transit. Walking and biking are obvious ways to reduce greenhouse gases. Plus, you'll get some good cardio and burn some calories while you do it. If you live in an area that's not walkable, take advantage of your local mass transit if you can, or carpool. Even one car off on the road makes a difference. The third one is reduce, reuse, recycle. You can help reduce pollution just by putting that soda can in the recycling bin. It really does make a difference. Paper too, but you can also take reusable bags to the grocery and avoid using disposable plates, spoons, glass, cups, and napkins. Contact companies that send you junk mail to get off their mailing list. When you order online, see if you can group your packages together for mailing. Buy products that are made of recycled materials. And don't forget to recycle your own paper. it all makes a difference. The fourth one is Plant a Tree. The 2022 IPCC, or the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, report found that things are worse now than ever before. Greenhouse gas emissions continue to rise, and most countries are not reducing carbon emissions. But there is a natural way to combat climate change. Plant a tree. Plants naturally absorb carbon from the air. One young tree can absorb carbon dioxide at a rate of 13 pounds or 5 kilograms per tree every single year. And that's just an itty bitty baby tree. Once the tree reaches about 10 years old as its most productive stage of carbon storage, then it can absorb 48 pounds or 21 kilograms of carbon dioxide per year. Trees also remove all other kinds of junk from the air, including sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, and small particles. So go ahead, plant a tree, it's good for everybody. The fifth one is give up plastics. The statistics are shocking. People around the world buy 1 million plastic drinking bottles every minute and use up to 5 trillion single-use plastic bags every year. Humans are addicted to plastic and hardly any of it, about 9%, gets recycled. Break the cycle, stop buying bottled water, say no to plastic shopping bags and use cloth bags instead. Don't use plastic straws. Drink from a reusable cup instead of plastic one. Avoiding plastic can divert a ton of waste from the ocean and landfill.
Because our planet is the only capable of supporting life, instilling a sense of urgency about the need to protect our Mother Earth from all forms of planet-harming behaviors is becoming increasingly vital. Our Mother Earth must be protected since we are completely reliant on nature. It is our responsibility to raise awareness about the need to protect our Mother Earth. Earth contains all the resources required to sustain both living and non-living organisms. Our harmful behaviors to the ecosystem are inflicting irrevocable environmental damage, leading the planet's condition to degrade. We can improve our well-being by looking after this planet, as a healthy environment will help us live better lives. It is our shared responsibility to promote public awareness about the health of our Mother Earth. People throughout the world should recognize the importance of a cleaner and greener environment. We must all take responsibility and make significant efforts to protect our Mother Earth from harmful activity.